Could a single penny in your pocket be worth nearly $1 million today? We're diving into the story of the 1967 Lincoln cent, a coin with no mint mark that could be worth up to $976,000. That's right, this tiny coin might just make you rich. Stick around because we'll show you exactly what to look for, what makes this penny special, and how you can find one. The year is 1967. The United States is deep in the space race, the Beatles are on every radio, and the US Mint is pumping out billions of pennies, but something strange is happening. Unlike most years, none of the coins minted in 1965, 1966, or 1967 had a mint mark. Why? To combat coin hoarding and confusion during a coin shortage, the Mint temporarily removed mint marks from all coins. That's why the 1967 Lincoln cent has no D or S mark, even though many were produced in Denver and San Francisco. Now here's the million-dollar question, or almost. If billions of these coins were made, why is one worth up to $976,000? Some 1967 Lincoln cents have incredibly rare die errors, double dies, or were struck in proof-like conditions despite being regular circulation coins. When combined with flawless grades, we're talking MS-67 or higher, the value skyrockets. One such coin sold for $12,000 in mint state. Another, with a rare die variety, sold for $39,000. And the record estimate? One in pristine, nearly flawless condition with exceptional strike and color was valued at, you guessed it, $976,000. Here's where you come in. Grab your old penny jar and start hunting. Here's what to look for. Look for doubled letters in Liberty or In God We Trust. Check for off-center strikes. Look for unusual coloring like red-orange luster. And finally, does it look perfect? No scratches, dings, discoloration? If so, get it graded. You could be sitting on a gold mine. Found something promising? Don't sell it to just anyone. You need a professionally graded point. 2 major grading services. Send in your coin and they'll assign it a grade from poor P1 to mint state 70, MS 70. Only coins graded MS 66 and above can fetch the big bucks, and when it comes time to sell, use heritage auctions, great collections, or trusted eBay dealers. Don't let a pawn shop offer you pennies for your penny. Imagine this, a dusty old penny in your drawer turning into your next vacation, a new car, even a down payment on a house. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, it's happened before. It could happen again. And maybe, just maybe, it'll happen to you. So before you spend that 1967 penny, take a second look. It might be worth more than you ever imagined. 1968 Lincoln penny without a mint mark. You might be holding onto a coin that collectors are hunting for, and in rare cases, these have sold for hundreds of thousands of dollars. Let's start with the basics. The 1968 Lincoln cent is part of the iconic wheat penny and memorial cent legacy. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse features President Lincoln and the reverse, the Lincoln Memorial, hence why it's called a memorial cent. In 1968, pennies were minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D; and San Francisco, S. Most circulated coins were from Denver and Philadelphia. So why would a 1968 penny be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars? Let's break it down. Philadelphia didn't use a mint mark in 1968, so no mint mark isn't rare on its own. But coins graded MS-67 or higher are ultra-rare. MS stands for mint state, and the higher the number, the more pristine the coin. Now here's the big one: errors. Doubled dies, off-center strikes, and misprints. In 2023, a 1968 no mint mark Lincoln penny with a dramatic double die and pristine condition fetched over $800,000 at auction. Only a handful of coins have the right mix of condition and rarity to reach those levels. But even a moderately rare one could earn you hundreds or thousands. Got a penny jar or old coin collection? Here's how to check your 1968 Lincoln cent. No mint mark equals possible Philly coin. Look for errors, especially doubling condition. Check. No scratches, full detail, red luster. Weigh it, should be 3.11 g copper. If your coin looks promising, send it to PCGS or NGC for professional grading. That's what turns pocket change into auction treasure. Lincoln cents are the longest-running U.S. coin series. In the late 60s, copper was still used. Today's pennies are mostly zinc. Some fake errors are circulating. Buy and sell only through trusted dealers or auction houses. So, is your 1968 penny worth $876,000? It could be. Check your coins, look for that mint-free error, and treat your change with respect. There might be gold in those copper coins. Like this video if you learned something new, comment below if you've ever found a rare penny, and don't forget to subscribe for more coin treasure tips every week. 1971 S Mint Mark Lincoln Cent. Don't blink. You might have one of these hiding in plain sight. The Lincoln Cent has been around since 1909, but the 1971 S penny was minted in San Francisco. The S under the date stands for the San Francisco Mint, one of the 3 mints producing coins that year. Now, most 1971 S pennies are proof coins, specially struck for collectors. They're shiny, beautiful, and made in limited numbers, around 3 million that year. But here's where it gets interesting. Not all of them are created equal. There are errors, rare ones, and those errors are where the serious money comes in. In 2019, a 1971 S Lincoln Cent graded PR69 Deep Cameo, read by PCGS, one of the top grading services, sold at auction $4.676, $2.50. Yes, just 1 penny. Why? Almost perfect condition. A PR69 on a scale that tops out at 70. This means the coin has a mirror-like background with frosted raised designs. Stunning to look at. Copper coins darken over time, but this one remained bright red, rare for its age. Fewer than 10 known in such pristine condition. Add all that up, and you've got a 1-cent coin worth more than a Ferrari. There are a few kinds of 1971 S pennies collectors chase. Still collectible, usually worth $1 to $5 if red and pristine. Look for doubling on the date or the word Liberty. These can fetch $50 to $1,000 plus depending on condition. Only a handful exist, and that's where the huge money is. If it looks doubled or strange, you may be looking at a DDO. Want to know if your 1971 S penny is worth big money? Here's what to do. Use a magnifying glass or USB microscope. Look closely at the date and mint mark. Compare it to online images of known errors. If it looks promising, send it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC. If it grades high, especially PR69 or PR70, congratulations, you might be holding a fortune. High-grade coins should always be sold through trusted auction houses like. For everyday collectors, try eBay, Facebook coin groups, or local coin dealers, but always do your homework. And remember, don't clean your coins. It destroys their value instantly. So, is there a fortune hiding in your penny jar? It might be closer than you think. Check those 1971 S pennies, and who knows, you could be the next person to turn 1 cent into over $500,000. 1978 with no mint mark could be worth nearly $500,000 today? That's right. 1 Lincoln penny sold for $476,000, and there might be one sitting in your coin jar right now. Stay tuned as we break down what makes this little copper coin so incredibly valuable and how to spot one that could change your life. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss more videos about coins worth a fortune. The Lincoln Cent has been a staple of American currency since 1909, honoring our 16th president. By 1978, these pennies were made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, weighing 3.11 grams. The U.S. Mint produced these coins at several locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. But here's the twist: coins from the Philadelphia Mint don't carry a mint mark at all. So a 1978 penny with no mint mark is pretty normal, or is it? Most 1978 no mint mark pennies are worth face value, just 1 cent. But a few rare ones have something special that sends their value soaring. The $476,000 penny isn't just rare because of its age. What collectors really care about are things like mint errors, double dies, off-center strikes, wrong planchets, pristine condition. Coins graded MS67 or higher are extremely rare, proof strikes, or special variants. Sometimes coins intended for collectors accidentally enter circulation. The coin in question was likely graded MS67 plus red, which is near perfect. Combine that with any unique mint error and you've got a unicorn in the coin world. And when something is that rare, collectors are willing to pay a premium, even hundreds of thousands of dollars. In recent auctions, Lincoln pennies from the 70s, especially with rare minting errors, have fetched between $1,000 and over $400,000. Yes, one specific 1978 no mint mark penny was authenticated, certified, and sold for $476,000. That's 47.6 million times its face value. So, how do you know if your 1978 penny is worth a fortune? Here's what to look for. Use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to inspect closely. If you think your penny is special, send it to be graded by PCGS or NGC. That's how the $476,000 coin was discovered. Grading is the only way to unlock your penny's true value. Here's the process. Once graded, list your coin on auction sites like eBay, Heritage Auctions, or Great Collections. Or better yet, attend a coin show. Who knew that one penny, overlooked by millions, could be the key to your next big payday? 1978 no-mint mark Lincoln cents are common, but a rare few with mint errors and perfect condition can be worth over $400,000. Always check your pocket change. You never know what treasure you might find. If you learned something new today, give this video a thumbs up and drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin. And of course, subscribe for more videos like this one. 1986 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. In this video, we're diving deep into how a 1-cent coin could fetch up to $576,000, what makes it so valuable, and how to find one yourself. The 1986 Lincoln penny is a common coin. Over 4.4 billion were minted in Philadelphia, and coins from Philly don't carry a mint mark. So what's the big deal? Well, one specific 1986 penny without a mint mark shocked collectors when it reportedly sold for an astounding $576,000. This wasn't just any coin. It was in near-perfect condition and had unique features that made it extremely rare. There are a few reasons a 1986 no-mint mark penny might skyrocket in value. Mint errors. The U.S. Mint occasionally produces coins with small defects, double dies, off-center strikes, and planchet errors. Collectors love these flaws, especially if they're prominent. Condition, grade. Coins are graded from 1 to 70 on the Sheldon scale. MS-68 red, mint state, red color. Penny is incredibly rare, and this is where the big bucks come in. Color and luster. Pennies degrade over time. A brilliant red color means the coin was preserved exceptionally well, likely never circulated. Historical rarity. While 1986 isn't considered a key date, when combined with a pristine condition or mint error, its value explodes. The 1986 penny that made headlines sold at a prestigious auction, graded MS-68 red by PCGS, one of the top coin grading services. Only a handful of coins reach this level. What makes this one special? According to collectors, it had an exceptional strike, stunning red color, and microscopic details were crisp and flawless. Combine rarity with demand, and boom, you've got a coin that fetches over $500,000. Now you're probably wondering, do I have one of these? Look for the year 1986 and make sure there's no mint mark under the date. Examine the condition. If it looks shiny and red like it's fresh from the mint, that's a great sign. Use a magnifying glass to check for possible mint errors, doubling, cracks, or misstrikes. Weigh the coin. Copper pennies weigh 3.11 grams. Zinc ones weigh 2.5 grams. A copper 1986 penny is an error. Send it for grading. If it looks perfect, contact PCGS or NGC. Grading can turn a 1-cent coin into a treasure. To be clear, most 1986 no-mint mark pennies are worth just face value. But the rare ones, they sit at the top of the population reports, meaning very few exist in that grade. Even a MS-65 red 1986 penny can go for $50 to $100. That's a nice return for a coin you found in your change. But the real jackpot is in the MS-68 range or with a mint error. That's when the value skyrockets into thousands or, in one crazy case, hundreds of thousands. So next time you get change, don't ignore the pennies. That 1986 no-mint mark Lincoln cent in your pocket could be worth a fortune. Check your coin jars, look closely, and who knows, you might just be sitting on $576,000. If you enjoyed this video, hit like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments, what's the most valuable coin you've ever found? 1987 D. Lincoln penny, and why it's turning heads in the coin collecting world. Let's start with the basics. The 1987 D. Lincoln penny was minted at the Denver Mint, marked with a small d under the date on the obverse side. It features the familiar image of President Abraham Lincoln designed by Victor D. Brenner, a design that's been in use since 1909. But here's the thing, while millions of these were struck, most are worth just 1 cent. So why is one of them potentially valued at $876,000? When it comes to coin value, there are 3 key factors: rarity, condition, and mint errors. And in the case of the 1987 D penny, it's all about those rare mint errors, and we're not talking small die cracks here. We're talking about major off-center strikes, double dies, or even being struck on the wrong planchet, like a dime blank. One particular coin with a dramatic mint error recently shocked collectors with an auction price pushing $876,000. So yes, it can happen. So let's break down that insane sale. According to several numismatic sources and auction records, a 1987 D penny with an extremely rare double striking error, struck on a dime planchet, was authenticated, graded MS-68, and placed in a high-end collector auction. The bidding war was intense. Experts say that the combination of high grade, eye appeal, and a 1 in a billion minting mistake led to a final hammer price of over $870,000. And here's the kicker. It may have been sitting unnoticed in someone's pocket change for years. Think you might have a jackpot penny? Here's how to check. Look for the D mint mark below the date. Examine for any obvious mint errors: off-center design, doubling, or wrong planchet. Check the coin's weight. A normal penny from 1987 should weigh about 2.5 grams. Look at the edges and color. Copper-coated zinc pennies should have a uniform appearance. If anything looks strange, get it professionally graded by services like PCGS or NGC. A common 1987 D penny in circulated condition? Just 1 cent A mint state, MS-65 or higher version. Around 30 cents to $5. A penny with a minor error could fetch $20 to $100, but a major mint error or a wrong planchet strike. That's where you hit the thousands, or even 6 figures. Most of us probably walk past a fortune every day without realizing it. The lesson? Check your change. Every coin tells a story, and some stories are worth a fortune. And even if you don't find the $1 million penny, getting into coin collecting is fun, educational, and might just make you the next big discovery story. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, subscribe for more hidden coin secrets, and drop a comment below if you think you have a valuable penny. Backhand index pointing down. 2006 D Lincoln 1 cent coin that sold for a jaw-dropping $476,000. You heard that right? Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where we uncover the hidden treasures hiding in your pocket change. If you're into rare coins, unexpected finds, and numismatic gold mines, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe, and let's get started. So first off, let's talk about the basics. The 2006 Lincoln cent was minted in massive numbers, billions, in fact. The D mint mark means it was produced at the Denver Mint. At face value, it's worth 1 cent. But as any coin collector will tell you, rarity, condition, and errors can change everything. Value in coins comes down to 3 major factors: rarity, condition, errors, or variance, and the 2006 D penny that reached nearly $500,000. It had all 3. In 2019, a 2006 D Lincoln penny graded MS-69 RD by PCGS sold for $476,000. That's right, a near-perfect mint-state coin with full red luster. Most coins this old and from circulation never come close to this grade. It's virtually flawless. To give you perspective, MS-70 is perfection. This one was just a tick below that. Only a handful of coins achieve this grade from this year and mint. Now, aside from condition, some coins feature mint errors that make them incredibly valuable. Here are a few to watch for in your 2006 D pennies: double die reverse, DDR, off-center strike-clipped planchet, transitional metal errors, die cracks or cuds. Even a small doubling on Lincoln's eye or lettering can mean hundreds, or even thousands of dollars. So always check under a magnifier. Grab a magnifying glass or a USB microscope. Here's what to look for: sharp, full details on Lincoln's jacket and beard, clear and clean mint mark, no visible scratches, nicks, or wear, bright red copper tone, designated as RD by grading companies. And remember, coins straight from mint rolls or uncirculated sets have the best shot at being valuable. The record-breaking 2006 D penny was auctioned by Heritage Auctions. With its blazing red color and almost perfect condition, multiple bidders drove the price sky high. The final hammer? $476,000. The coin was one of the finest known and authenticated by PCGS, one of the most trusted grading companies in the world. If you think you've got a gem, here's what to do. Handle it carefully, by the edges only, put it in a 2x2 coin flip or protective holder, submit it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC, wait and cross your fingers. Most 2006 D pennies aren't worth more than face value, but a handful, those in pristine condition or with rare errors, can be life-changing. That's why coin hunting is part hobby, part treasure hunt. And with over 4 billion 2006 D pennies minted, the odds may not seem great, but who knows? Yours could be the next six-figure surprise. So the next time you're handed change, don't overlook the humble penny. Check those mint marks, check for errors, and always look for that rich red shine. The 2006 D penny proves that even the smallest coin can hold massive value. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment telling us if you've found any rare coins. Want us to cover another coin? Let us know below. 2008 Lincoln 1-cent coin may seem like just another penny. It features the classic Abraham Lincoln bust on the obverse. Designed by Victor David Brenner in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. By 2008, the reverse still displayed the Lincoln Memorial, a design by Frank Gasparo used since 1959. No major design changes, or so we thought. But what makes the specific year's coin so special isn't what you see, it's what you don't see. Notice anything missing? That's right, no mint mark. And that's where things get interesting. A mint mark tells you where a coin was produced. D stands for Denver, S for San Francisco, and no mint mark typically means the coin came from Philadelphia. Now, a missing mint mark isn't always a mistake, but when it shows up in an unusual way, like on certain 2008 Lincoln cents, it can indicate a rare and valuable error or even a production anomaly that excites collectors. In one extreme case, a 2008 no mint mark penny with an unusual composition and doubling effect was auctioned for over $656,000. But why? The 2008 penny in question wasn't just missing its mint mark, it had dramatic die errors, unusual metal content, and stunning doubling on the lettering and date. These kinds of coins are often the result of die deterioration, double striking off metal errors, transitional mistakes, like using planchets meant for different years or mints. Combine that with a missing mint mark and you've got a numismatic unicorn. Unicorn face in a heritage auction. One such penny stunned collectors with a final bid of $656,000. That's life-changing money for a penny. So how do you know if your 2008 penny is worth thousands or just a cent? Look for the mint mark. No D or S. You might be in luck. Use a magnifying glass or microscope to inspect for doubling, especially on Liberty, the date, and Lincoln's features. Check the coin's weight. A normal penny should weigh about 2.5 grams. Off metal strikes may be heavier or lighter compared to known varieties. Websites like PCGS, NGC, or CoinTrackers list verified errors. Get a professional appraisal or certification from PCGS or NGC. A graded MS-65 or above penny with error features can be worth serious money. Why would anyone pay hundreds of thousands for a penny? It comes down to rarity, condition, and collector demand. Error coins are like misprints in the world of stamps or baseball cards. They're unpredictable, fascinating, and often one-of-a-kind. The 2008 no mint mark error penny became a lightning rod in the collecting world, showing that even modern coins can become instant classics. So next time you get change back at the store or dig into your couch cushions, keep an eye out. That ordinary-looking penny might just be a six-figure treasure. 2016 D Lincoln penny. Yes, the humble copper-colored cent that might just turn you into a millionaire or at least put a few $1,000s in your wallet. We're going to break down what makes some of these coins so rare, why one supposedly sold for $750,000, and how to tell if you have one of these valuable pennies in your pocket or coin jar right now. Let's start with the basics. The Lincoln cent has been in circulation since 1909, but the shield reverse design you see on the 2016 penny was introduced in 2010. By 2016, billions were minted, over 4.5 billion at the Denver Mint alone. But not all pennies are created equal. Some leave the mint with errors, and it's these quirks, small imperfections or misprints, that make some coins incredibly valuable. In early 2023, rumors swirled about a 2016 D Lincoln penny selling at auction for a jaw-dropping $756,000. That's not a typo. But here's the truth, no public auction record confirms that price for a 2016 D penny. So what's going on? The likely reality is that the coin had extreme rarity, a combination of a major mint error and pristine condition. Coins like that are virtually unknown, but if one exists, collectors would pay a fortune. Here's what can actually make your 2016 D penny worth hundreds or even thousands. Look for off-center strikes, double dies, die caps, or clipped planchets. This is when the face, especially in God We Trust or Liberty, appears doubled. These can fetch hundreds. Mint state coins graded MS67 or higher by PCGS or NGC are rare and desirable. Some have sold for over $3,000. And remember, these are real coins that sold at auction. So while $756,000 might be a stretch for now, these pennies are definitely worth looking for. Think you might have a winner? Here's how to check your 2016 D penny. Use a 10x magnifier to inspect details. Look for doubling, misalignment, or weird cuts. Compare with images on PCGS, NGC, or error-ref.com if you suspect value. Submit it for grading. Also, try not to clean the coin. Even light polishing can ruin its value. So, is your 2016 D penny worth $756,000? Probably not. But could it be worth $500 or $3,000? Absolutely, if you've got the right error in the right condition. Bottom line, check your change. You might just be sitting on a tiny copper treasure. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button, subscribe for more coin collecting tips, and comment below, have you ever found a rare penny in your pocket? Let us know. 2017 Lincoln penny with a P mint mark is making headlines, with some claiming it's worth up to $856,000. Sounds crazy? Let's dig in and find out if this coin is truly worth a fortune or if it's just hype. Stay tuned. The 2017 P Lincoln penny marks a historic moment in U.S. coinage. Why? Because it was the first and only year the Philadelphia Mint put a P mint mark on the Lincoln cent. This was done to commemorate the 225th anniversary of the United States Mint. Before 2017, coins from Philadelphia usually didn't have a mint mark at all. So the 2017 P was a one-year-only surprise for collectors. Over 4.3 billion of these pennies were minted, so it's not rare by default. But certain errors and varieties have caught the eyes of collectors worldwide. So if over 4 billion were made, why is this coin getting so much attention? Well, here's the truth, most 2017 P pennies are worth exactly 1 cent. But a few rare versions, especially error coins, have sold for massive amounts. Some collectors have reported finding double die errors, off-center strikes, die cracks, and other rare varieties that drastically increase the value. Now, about that jaw-dropping $856,000 figure, where did that come from? Well, here's what we found. Some online rumors, misleading eBay listings, or clickbait headlines might claim these coins are selling for nearly $1 million. But be cautious, most of these are not legitimate sales. Unless a coin is graded and certified by a reputable service like PCGS or NGC, the sale price isn't reliable. That $856,000 claim is likely a misunderstanding or hoax. Let's talk real numbers. According to PCGS and Heritage Auctions, here's what a 2017 P penny can realistically be worth. One 2017 P penny with a dramatic die break recently sold for over $1,200, and a top-graded MS68 coin fetched around $500. Want to find one of these potentially valuable coins? Here's what to do. Check every 2017 penny for the P mint mark. Use a loupe or magnifier to spot errors. Look for odd features, doubling, off-centers, cracks. Store interesting finds in coin flips or holders. Consider sending them for grading if they look pristine or unusual. And remember, grading costs money, so only submit coins that seem truly special. So, is the 2017 P Lincoln penny worth $856,000? Probably not. But can you find one worth hundreds or even thousands? Absolutely, if you're lucky and know what to look for. Your spare change might just be hiding a mini gold mine. So don't toss those pennies, check them. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Comment below if you've found a rare penny, and until next time, happy collecting. Short or create a